Hi guys, my name is Megan Hirschbeck and I'm one of the CA1s here at Ohio State. When I was on the interview trail, Ohio State stood out to me for two reasons. Number one is the excellent clinical training we receive, and number two, and nearly equally important, is the people that you'll meet here. I came from a very close-knit med school class, and when I was on the interview trail, I specifically was looking for a program that offered that same type of collegial and familial atmosphere, and I can definitely say that I found that here at Ohio State.
Hey, I'm Jeff Thomas. I like pizza and board games when I'm not here at Ohio State doing anesthesiology, and I'm a CA1 resident. I've been asked to talk a little bit about why I picked Ohio State and what it's been like going to med school at Ohio State and transitioning to a resident here at Ohio State. I think one of the biggest things that stands out that makes OSU special is the people here, and I think a lot of programs will say that, but OSU really has something special. A lot of the attendings and faculty go out of the way to teach and make sure that you're understanding concepts, and that really comes through with your abilities later. One example of that is during my intern year here. Those of you that do a categorical year here, you'll notice that we get you involved in procedures really early on. And by the end of my intern year, I had multiple internal medicine faculty come up to me and compliment me on how great my procedural skills were and how it was just light years ahead of what some of the other internal medicine residents were at. So it's a really strong program technically. And I think that's another thing that kind of makes Ohio State special as well, is we're a big academic center. You can get super nerdy and involved in research here, and we love that. But I think we're also a really down-to-earth focused on getting you ready to be an anesthesiologist.
Hi, I'm Nathan Marshall. I'm one of the CA2s here at OSU Wexner Medical Center. So far, my favorite part of residency has been my experience over at OSU East, where we get a good introduction to regional anesthesia. My time over there, again, we get a large volume of blocks. Pretty much every kind of block there is, including kind of more of the forefront of blocks, things like IPACs and PANG blocks, things that a lot of places aren't doing quite yet. The attendings that you work with over there are all very happy to teach and very interactive and again, just very friendly to work with as well.
Hi, I'm Jeff. I'm one of the CA3 anesthesiology residents at The Ohio State University. I feel that Ohio State University's anesthesiology program is very robust and prepares us very well for the real world. We get to work in state-of-the-art ORs, taking care of very complex, medically complex patients with complex anesthetic plans. We often have to do multiple procedures on these patients and learn all sorts of multimodal anesthesia techniques, including regional, neuraxial, multimodal drug management, and postoperative pain techniques. We are able to see every single subspecialty of anesthesiology that there is to offer, including neuro, chronic pain, cardiac, critical care, OB, regional. Everything that you can think of, we have here.
Hi, my name's Bethany. I'm one of the CA2s here at Ohio State. In the cardiac ORs and ICU, we take care of a gamut of patients, all very complex. We spend time both in the OR and in the ICU, taking care of run-of-the-mill cabbages and valves, all the way up to things like ECMO, VADs, and balloon pumps. We like to see patients in the OR and then transition them to the ICU and take part in the multidisciplinary team approach. This allows us to see the care of these patients from start to finish and watch our procedural skills grow as they transition from the OR to the ICU.
Hi, my name's Colin. I'm a CA2. For our OB rotation, one of the great parts is the clinical volume, the exceptional procedural skills that you develop during this rotation, and the didactics that you receive almost on nearly a daily basis. Our faculty on the OB floor is very hands-on in teaching you great practical skills that will prepare you as an attending.
After graduation, I'll be pursuing a fellowship in critical care anesthesiology as well as cardiac anesthesiology. I think that OSU has prepared me really well to take on these roles as a fellow because we have a very robust ICU experience. We do 5 months as a resident, possibly more if you're interested in doing an extra elective. We have really great critical care faculty as well as cardiac faculty, and I really learned a lot from both the robust amount of cases and the diverse pathology, as well as taking on roles in managing ECMO, VADs, balloon pumps, and all kinds of extracorporeal life support systems. And as a result of this, I feel very comfortable taking care of incredibly sick patients. And I think this will serve me very well in my future role as a fellow.
Hey guys, I'm Alex Zuleta. I'm one of the CA3s. One of the reasons that I selected Ohio State for residency was because I knew that I was going to be exposed to very high sick patients and very complex cases. And that's something that I have seen in all these 4 years of residency. I feel that I have been exposed to very complex cases like aortic dissections, heart transplant, lung transplant, liver transplants, and multiple other new cases that they are continuing to trend in medicine, from minimal invasive procedures to super invasive ones that require multiple lines and super detailed management. I feel that I have been able to do all those procedures that are very challenging and are very motivating, learning every day from very smart mentors and people. I have been so pleasantly surprised by my residency program that I actually decided to stay for fellowship here at Ohio State. While I was assessing other programs for fellowship, I was assessing the volume and the amount of cases that I was going to get to do, and I learned that Ohio State has more than 30 heart transplants a year, more than 50 lung transplants, and more than 170 liver transplants, which is a great experience that you can get here in Central Ohio. In our institution, we have more than 8 different fellowship programs, and I think that in addition to for benefiting me in the cardiac position, it allows to every one of my classmates and future classmates to be exposed to being trained by experts in the fields, and also to make multiple connections that are going to allow them to either go for their fellowship if they decide to go for it, or apply those skills that they learn from the best in their future anesthesia clinical practice.
Hi, I'm Brendan Sheehy, one of the CA3 anesthesiology residents here at Ohio State. I believe Ohio State has prepared me well for my future job because of a robust clinical experience, leadership opportunities, and mentorship opportunities. Specifically, the first 2 years of training, we get advanced training in complex anesthetic cases, as well as a lot of procedural skills. I believe in the third year, we get to put all that together, and we have opportunities to teach other residents and supervise, as well as really run the ORs and develop management skills throughout the CA3 year. I think all this will translate very well to my future clinical practice.